Welcome to Game of Roses. This is PaceCase.
This is BachelorClues, and I was not in this episode, so I was very disappointed in it.
It's tough to go back after you are in the document
to
not being in it. But
yeah, I'm wearing my hat in honor of last week, of course. I made my first appearance as a Jorge Moreno Bystander of the Week. This week I was not present. I wish I could have been in that little hut, in the shaman hut. That would have been a fantastic Jorge Moreno.
That's the one you would have chosen?
Yeah, I would have liked to have been Shaman Danny's assistant. Got to hit the drums or something,
It's just you in that blue hat, really far in the background behind her.
Just blurred out in the background once again. Why is there that guy in the blue hat always blurred out now in the background shots? No, I was not in it, unfortunately. You know what I really would have liked to have been in the background of is that Griffith Observatory date. That's my favorite place in LA, I think. Did
they rent it out? I was like, there were no people on the trail. No people.
You could hear people, though, in some of the shots, like crowds in the background. So they might have just closed down the front for a minute to shoot that little picnic. We'll get to it. But some interesting play in tonight's big episode. Of course, some disappointing play, as always, but man.
Disappointed!
Man. Very disappointing. Right now, a bunch of social media is coming out about the new upcoming show. I don't know the title of it, but the premise is they're renovating the Bachelor Mansion with a bunch of different Bachelor players. DLP has posted about this. Various players have posted about it. That show's going to be coming on HGTV.
And it doesn't have a title?
I don't know what the title of the show is. I think it may be just called Renovating the Bachelor Mansion, but I'm not positive about that. Let me see if I can find
Bachelor Mansion Takeover.
That's the name of the show? Bachelor Mansion Takeover?
I don't know. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, he said, next year, vague, 12 Bachelor Nation alums with expert renovation skills will return to the iconic mansion, this time to renovate it. Watch them trade roses for paintbrushes in HGTV's new design competition series, Bachelor Mansion Takeover, hosted by Jesse Palmer and judged by Tayshia and Tyler Cameron. Only one will win $100K and bragging rights.
The Beast
Tool
is
emoji,
also there,
rose emoji. Well, she didn't make the cut in the description.
If I understand correctly, she's like a host. But he's saying this is shot, by the way. It's done. It's complete. So they're not going to be going there in 2026. They were already there. The mansion is renovated now. It has been renovated for Taylor Frankie Paul's season, which starts shooting in a couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. It's strange, though. So
is it renovated for Golden?
No. We're watching Golden. What are you talking about?
I know, but they were standing on a plank in the pool for the rose ceremony. I was like, is this new?
No. They shot Golden, then they shot this HGTV show a matter of maybe a month after it or whatever. They just finished this HGTV show maybe 2 weeks ago, I think. But he's saying they're going to air it in 2026. So are they
next year?
Air it before Taylor Frankie Paul's season airs?
Oh,
they
God.
should, because if we're going to see the renovations in her season, shouldn't we see the show in which the renovations are done before we see the renovations? It's like that makes no sense if they air it in opposite ways, in my opinion.
Well, how long is it going to go? How long are we going to have to wait for TFP? That's the thing. I don't want to wait any longer.
They're shooting in a couple of weeks. What are we in, mid-October? It's a little late in terms of like where they usually shoot the incoming season of The Bachelor. They'd be shooting that now, basically. But I don't think it's so detrimental that they couldn't have it out by the end of January like they would have done with a regular Bachelor season in that slot. I believe Taylor Frankie Paul will air at the end of January.
Well, this is HGTV, so is it even on ABC?
No, it's on HGTV.
No. So it could air at the same time.
Sure, that's cool. I mean, what? It's like part of that whole show is they bring in these all different Bachelor players from different eras of the game. And they have challenges where they're like, okay, today we're putting in a bar, or you're going to renovate this little area or whatever. And then they do design challenges to see who, did the coolest thing or whatever. So a big part of that show is going to be revealing the finished designs that they are, the renovations they're doing. If we get to see those already in their completed form in the show with Taylor Frankie Paul, does that not defeat the entire purpose of that show?
I mean, you tell me, how big are the renovations? It says judges, Tasha and Tyler. Swipe for the competitors: Jill, Sam McKinney, Joan, Deanie Babies, Courtney Robertson, Brendan, Sandra, Gorgirl, Jeremy, Noah, young Noah Herb, Chris from Golden, Tammy, Alicia. It just says coming soon, under construction.
Yeah, pretty good. So they don't know anything about it or how to promote it, but I can tell you this. I will be covering it in a very interesting way when that show is on the air.
From within the toilet?
I will be inside the toilet in every episode.
I knew it.
Just a voice echoing off the walls, and the whole show becomes about, we have to find where this voice is coming from. They scrap the entire renovation project, and it becomes like a Ghost Hunters until they're like, oh, it was just this guy in the toilet. That's
they
in the
say,
finale.
How are all these people finding how to win The Bachelor reading this book?
Yeah, it's the toilet, man. No,
he reads it aloud every night.
I'm actually very excited for this show to come out whenever it's going to come out, sometime in 2026, I guess. And I think I'll have a good time covering it. Stay tuned for that coverage. I think you'll enjoy it.
Okay. Well, I'll be looking out all of 2026 for what you do with it.
Thank you very much. Every day of those 365 days will be titillating. Now we must move on.
Speaking of titillating,
sorry,
we have some business. Kaza Gore is popping off with Slumwa season 2. We have begun, and we are also going through Love is Blind Denver, the absolute train wreck that is. So join us for that. Patreon.com/Game of Roses.
Have you seen Casey's boyfriend, the TikTok guy, has made a few TikToks about how they were actually broken up when she came in, and it's not as big of a deal as people are making it out to be, and all this kind of shit. Story time with Ricky's covering it very well, as
Interesting.
Always. She don't miss. All right, let's get into this, shall we?
Yeah.
Golden Bachelor, episode 4, Cluesless. Is what it's titled. See what I'm saying? See what I've done? We have our intro. We hear moaning and we see bees, and Cheryl is saying she's never done this before. And then, of course, they are not going to show Mel and Cheryl having sex. Instead, they show us they're getting into a cold plunge, hot tub full of ice. And Mel tells her the cold water gives you clarity. I'm in. I can't wait for this moment.
To start with making fun of old people banging.
Not only that, it's like
noises.
There's no cliffhanger here. There's no reason to, like, I'm not watching for that moment. And that just leads me immediately to be like, this episode ain't got nothing in it. If that's what they're trying to tease me with, is like, she's like, this water's cold. And he's like, no, it gives you clarity. Cool.
Clarity.
Very interested. And that said, like, there were actually some things in this that would have been way better to use in this moment, in my opinion. Some of the Nicolle stuff.
Literally the next shot. Peg is riding around on a unicycle.
Yes.
Peg can't be stopped.
So just like take this into context. She brought that fucking unicycle in there. Did she unicycle in her limo exit?
No.
You sure? Did somebody?
No, she was totting in her bomb suit.
That's right. Well, now she's riding a fucking unicycle. Good luck to anybody else. The other women are sitting around, they're like in the pool, like, oh, we're having a good time. She's coming out in a unicycle, juggling bowling pins, shooting flaming arrows, backflipping. like, it's unbelievable. And now, like, we talked about this last week. I was there for her date at the OC Fair, and I saw her getting ready for that date, literally doing like jumping jacks and high kicks and shit, just to like get the energy up. It was 100 fucking degrees that day.
Peg is who I need in the health and wellness space to teach me how to be so youthful, so energetic. I've never been that energetic in my entire GD life.
Would it surprise you to learn that Peg is addicted to cocaine?
no. I mean, that is a thought that I think whenever she's on camera is I think, what kind of medicine does Peg take? I need to start taking
That's
it.
a hardcore sativa user. I'm not suggesting that she uses any kind of drugs, by the way. I have no evidence to this. This was a joke. No. Please don't take that seriously.
He's joking.
Okay.
Same with the guy on Love is Blind. That's a joke too. We don't know anything.
We see Peg get on the unicycle. We then see Carol and Cindy are having a little girl chat. Carol says if she doesn't get a one-on-one, she's not sure where this, if this is going to lead to a hometown for her. Cindy says, no, I've seen the connection you and Mel have. It's on an accelerated path. Don't worry about that. Great little STCO for her there. Carol then ITMs some colorful narration explaining that she and Cindy are the only ones without a one-on-one left in the current group. And Cindy says the vultures are circling and we see a flock of ravenous Agora Hills vultures screeching overhead, waiting to pick the bones of those who will be eliminated in this ceremony. And these mansion vultures were not my creature of the week. Thank you.
Tricked us.
They tricked
Dark
me.
Lord Palmer comes in and goes, wowie, there were 23 of you. Now it's the top 6. And guess what? Only 3 go to hometowns. Brutal.
Did they do that in the first Golden Bachelor?
I think they did.
Hang on. Let me get the stats.
I think they had
a
lower number of hometowns.
Hometown 1 was Teresa in Shrewsbury, New Jersey. Hometown 2 was Faith in Benton City, Washington. Hometown 3 was Leslie Fema in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Just to let you know.
Well, DLP also says there will be no roses on these dates. These dates will be raw. We then see that the group date is Peg, Deb, Cheryl, Nicolle, and Carol, meaning that Cindy is going to get that ultimate one-on-one.
And she produces tears here. Also, the date card says, I'm looking for my soulmate. So, there's going to be some spirituality going on here. We cut to Melvin.
Or shoes.
Oh, that would be good. Today we'll be cobbling. I'm going to teach you how to make the geriatric shoes I wear because all of my women need to make my shoes.
This whole thing is just for me to promote my new geriatric shoes.
He takes
it's
him
called Mo Living.
He takes him to like an assembly line, like a manufacturing plant where he's making his shoe brand. We cut to Mel, freshly out of his coffin, sitting in the wilderness on some little rugs and pillows, and he ITMs that this is the last group date. I invited to Butterfly Mountain. It's a special spiritual place. He says he's a spiritual person, and he thinks the women are too. And he's trying to find a spiritual connection, spiritual alignment before making this all-important decision of playoffs.
I think this is wild that Mo is actually a really spiritual person, and this is the first we're hearing of it. But at Butterfly Mountain, come on now.
He's exhibited no signs of being this type of person. I think this may be a put-on to some degree. I'm not positive this is real. Nonetheless, all the ladies show up. He tells them he wants to see how their energies align, and he asks them to be open to this. And then we see Shaman Danny emerges from the underbrush. And Shaman Danny, who will go on to lead this entire group date, was my Jorge Moreno bystander of the week. She was great. Not as good as last week's bystander, of course, but pretty good as far as shamans go.
This pink-haired spirit guide who, in my opinion, stole the whole show, reminiscent of Blurry Blue Hat Man from last week, was my Jorge Moreno bystander of the week. I loved how they split this date up person by person.
I absolutely did too.
And she leads them through a different thing. I'm like, how many skills does this woman have?
I thought the producing of this group date was like, it structurally, I'm not saying the group date like went off without a hitch, but the way they structured it, the producers, this should be like followed. This should be mimicked by all other Bachelor things. It was done pretty perfectly, I thought. It starts with a group activity where Shaman Danny says, I want you to think of some kind of emotion that you want to clear and get rid of. Write it down on this stick of Palo Santo. And then they burn it. Of course, we see initially what these things are. Debbie wants to get rid of her hopelessness. Peg is being unworthy. Carol says, well, me and Peg are a lot alike. I also wrote down being unworthy. Mel says, I want to get rid of friction.
That's why he started a shoe line.
Yeah. This is my shoes. It's called No Friction Shoes. I'm going to teach you how to make the soles of these shoes. And then...
I like that he's dying mid-sentence every line.
This fucking guy's face. There's no expression. He looks tired always. The DOP fucking
tired.
Posted a picture of him sleeping like a goddamn Dracula on a couch. And DOP was making fun of him. I don't even think that was a bit. I think he was really sleeping like that. And DOP was like, oh, let's get this picture. Ha ha ha.
It was funny. I sent it to you.
Absolutely funny. But I'm just saying, I'm not making this up. This is who he is. Anyway, they burn the Palo Santo.
I'm not tired shaming anyone, but yeah, I guess as your lead, it's tough.
I'm not tired shaming anybody either. This isn't called Old Man Sleeping. This is called the Golden Bachelor. It can't be that.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? It's like your lead of any show on television, scripted, reality, dating, game, whatever the format. They should be
awake.
Yes, awake is good. But also they should be electric. They should be charming, entertaining, in some way engaging with the audience that you are asking to continue to watch the program. Mel is not any of those things. He's basically unwatchable. In terms of like a reality performer. And the contrast is so stark. We're doing Secret Lives of Mormon Wives right now in Casa Gore, like you were saying up top. To go from Mel Owens to Taylor Frankie Paul, it's beyond night and day. It's a different fucking universe.
Yeah, those are completely different shows.
Yeah, to watch her as the Bachelorette. And I know it's not going to be like butted up against each other because we're going to get a couple of months in between the end of this Golden Bachelor and the beginning of Taylor Frankie Paul season. But the difference is going to be so stark. It's going to be absolutely bizarre to have kind of like the aftertaste of a Mel Owens as your lead going into the smorgasbord that is going to be Taylor Frankie Paul's season of Bachelorette, which I cannot wait for. Nonetheless.
He should start a rivalry with her.
Yeah.
Get that going.
She's got too much energy.
Are you kidding me? He picked Peg.
I know.
He's trying to siphon.
Let's get to that because there's a very interesting thing that he says when DOP later in this episode is asking him about Peg. So we see Shaman Danny ring some bells near all of them, and Mel tells them all to be pure and open, see where it takes him. Shaman Danny then has Peg gets to do her kind of little one-on-one date within this group date, and it is a mud bath. They get into this bathtub, liquid mud. They're rubbing it on each other. Peg writes the word love on Mel's chest in the mud. And I'm reminded of a fresh face Alex Michelle in season 1 of our beloved
exactly what
game.
I thought of.
I of course, I knew you were thinking of it as I was thinking of it because at this point we share a similar brain.
Yeah.
I just remember Alex Michelle slopping mud on then Trista Rain's boobs. And now we get a good turnabout as fair play here. Mm-hmm. It's Peg slopping mud on Mel's boobs.
That's feminism. We take it back.
It only took 25 years. We got here.
Wow.
Peg gets a kiss in this mud tub. And I then am like wondering, where are all these other players? Are they going to get the opportunity to slap mud on Mel's boobs? But no, actually, they each get an individual thing. I was very impressed by that. I really liked how this little group date was produced.
Me too.
We cut to the rest of the players, though, and we see Nicolle ITMing that she thinks Mel is going to want to take her to hometowns, and she's picking up on some insecure and negative energy in the other players. Bad second audience game here, which she's very sensitive to.
What's she picking up on? Them writing, I'm unworthy on the Palo Santo?
Yeah, I mean, but also you saw, Carol, we saw her talking to Cindy in that girl chat about I haven't had a one-on-one. I don't know if I can go to hometowns. I can only assume she's like putting out that vibe a little bit and maybe has even said other things in a group context that Nicolle has overheard. We don't know.
Yeah, I was just joking because to me the energy is obvious.
Yeah.
But I'm an energy person, just like Nicolle.
Me too. I'm a child of energy. I'm a crystal child. Or what are they called? The Crystallians? Hi.
It's got alien in it. Sounds
Hello.
right. Sounds right for clues.
Portion 2. Back on the group date, Cheryl's explaining to the other players that she can't wait to fall into a meditative spiritual state with Mel. And she ITMs that she has her whole heart in it for Mel. She wants to bond physically and spiritually with him. Mel takes her then to her little one-on-one thing. And this is what we saw in the opening. It's this wooden tub filled with ice water, and she touches the ice water and is like, it feels like the Colorado mountains. Slowly lowers herself into this water, and Mel assures her, it gets warmer, especially if you're undead. This is actually warmer than my body temperature. I've been dead for 22 years.
Just keep pissing, Cheryl. You'll get warmer.
Oh, no. You'd say Mel's pissing in the ice tub? Come sit by me. It's much warmer. He tells her the clarity line.
That's a good way to save yourself.
To pee?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's probably pretty rude in a tub with someone else.
Yeah.
She tells him that the magical clarity of the tub is working. I liked this little connection, and that she does have true feelings for him. She feels like she's falling in love with him. Love level 3. And Mo, oh my God, he's electric here. He love level 1's her back.
Yeah, he says, I've had feelings for you since the first date, and they haven't gone away. And then she brings up hometowns and says she'd love to have him meet her family. And he's like, I can't wait. And I was like, huh? Has he basically just given away the game here?
He does a lot of this in this episode. I was like, what are you doing, Mo?
But we know for Cheryl, it's a lie.
He's clearly never seen the show.
That is what it felt like to me, too. She talks about going to her brother's house and meeting the whole family. She gets a little kiss here, and Mel ITMs that he's lucky. Back to the group of players, we see Debbie telling everybody that she thinks Mel just wants to see who has the best heart and mind connection. Mel then takes her back up to meet with Danny the shaman, who guides them in a round of tantric yoga. So Debbie gets the sexy version of these. I guess the mud one kind of is, too. The ice water definitely is not. Danny explains that this is about the divine union between the masculine and feminine. Debbie then sits in his lap, straddles him, makes a joke about, ooh, this is going to be good, and ITMs that there's no better way to find a connection than a tantric pose. And now she feels in alignment with him and gets a little kiss here.
I mean, it makes sense to give Debbie the flexibility one. She's the aerobics person. I thought it was great that these players were love level 3ing here.
Unbelievable. She does it as well. We get this little one-on-one time with Mel and Debbie. She explains she hasn't been in love for 14 years. It's been very lonely. This is a PTC. And she can't even begin to tell him how much it would mean to her to have him meet her sister, her sister's husband, and her best friends. She wants to continue the journey. She says, I'm really falling in love with you. That is a love level 3. And then Mel says, I'd love to meet your family. Once again, giving away the game and not returning love level 3. But Debbie's love level 3 was my play of the game. Golden is a truncated version of the real sport. Usually you don't see a love level 3 until a hometown. Certainly a love level 4, you don't see it until the playoffs. Usually there are exceptions, of course, but here they've got to kind of do it in this like rapid fire way. The clock is ticking. They all recognize it. And Debbie here knocks it out of the park.
I mean, they're going 6-3. That's brutal. That's the worst statistical elimination of the entire show.
Yeah.
Mo ITMs, he loves Nicolle's because of her giving the lemon bars. They're just hitting this villain at it over and over again for her.
Yeah.
To just get the viewer to be like, she didn't do the lemon bars all by herself.
She didn't even make those lemon bars. She doesn't know that. Oh my God. But it's also like a superficial kind of like, he likes her for her lemon bars. It's bad on both of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes him look like a dipshit and it makes her look very sinister. Like, oh, my lemon bar trick worked.
She gets the shaman as doing a tarot card reading, and they get the witness card. I was sure that she was going to get like the devil's cards. Like all of them would be
real.
Like death, devil,
exactly.
like bitch card. Whoa.
Didn't
so
make
weird.
the lemon bar card. Obsessed with Instagram card. For the wrong reasons card. They should have put some of that shit in there. That would have been good.
So they kind of vaguely try to guess what that could be about. Oh, Mo wants to get rid of the friction, not being stable. And then we cut to a little bit later. They are talking about her job. And they are she's saying, I want to make more income on Instagram to be more stable, and maybe a cookbook type thing.
But it's weirder than that. He asks her, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And the first thing she says, this could be the edit. The first thing she says is, well, my dad is my accountant and handles all of my finances.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, wait, what? How old is your dad?
Yeah,
why is he still being asked to do any of this? Let that man sleep. If Mel is fucking sleeping like a Dracula, please let your dad have his own coffin. Please.
Free Nicole's dad.
For real. I'm like, Jesus Christ. That motherfucker is just like, I guess I'll keep doing my daughter's taxes. I'm 95 years old. Holy shit. And then she's like, my dad did say I need to have some more income, some more revenue. And then she talks about this thing. I've been working on my Instagram and monetizing that. I want to author a plant-based cookbook, and that's where my focus is right now. And then Mel's like, what I witnessed gave me pause about some things.
They also play Fool music over her talking about her job goals. I was like, come on. Taylor Frankie Paul is our next bachelorette. Let's not be... it's such an old fashioned way of looking at a job that is mostly done by women influencing.
I agree with you.
I think it's misogynist.
I think it is a little bit too, but it's also bad play on her part, because as they're walking off from this conversation, she goes, wait, give me a kiss for the camera. This is on camera, on mic. And Nicole's entire play of this one-on-one, her 5-year plan leading into the give me a kiss for the camera line was my... Error of the game. You just like, I love her. I think she's one of the most entertaining players this season. She just like, she has to pull it back a little bit. If you're going to play this type of a villain style, you can do it. And I think what you're talking about is right. You can now come into this game and say, I am an influencer or aspiring influencer. That cannot at its face anymore be discounted as villainous, in my opinion, because of Taylor
Debbie
Frankie
basically
Paul.
does the same job, but the version of that job in the 80s, and they're not villainizing her for it.
Yes, but the way Nicolle is playing it is just wrong at every turn. She's shitting on the second audience. She's, saying this stuff about give me a kiss for the camera.
Did you see she apologized for what she said about season 1 Goldens?
No.
She apologized on Instagram.
Smart.
I don't know exactly what she said, but there's something about learning, and she obviously didn't mean it. And
she's an interesting player, but a bad one ultimately. And we see the outcome of that at the end of this thing, because she goes too hard in the paint for the like, I'm here to get famous and da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, that's fine. You can totally be that. Plenty of people are that, but you can't put that on camera in the way you're doing it that overtly, that's got to be held a little closer to the chest.
Just delete the last part of the sentence, for the camera. Just go, give me a kiss.
Exactly. It implies you're already thinking of the edit, which you have to be doing, but you can't convey that. You can't give the producers this ammo, because they're going to use it to like get you out. And Mel too. It's bad first audience game. He's hearing all this shit. He may be tired, but he understands the words she's saying, It's like,
I guess so.
Yeah. She's like, he's too tired. He won't even understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was my error of the game. She thanks him for this kiss. Mel ITMs.
I can't believe that's your error because of what comes up after.
Well, it was a tough choice, but I think like we'll get to it. I have a reason for that.
Okay. I'm excited to hear it.
Okay.
Next portion, we get Carol's one-on-one time. It looks like it's going to be a sound bath, but they are opening her chakras. She does not know what this means. And it looks like the shaman is having them do a regression to when they were little kids and telling Mo to hold the little boy and give him the friendship that he wants. And Carol's little person need is wait. I can't remember.
I have it if you want it.
Yeah. Tell me.
They're clearing the chakra. She lights something, puts some rocks on their heads and all down their chakra points. She's hitting a drum, shaking some shakers around. She wants them to go back to the first time they felt fear. Carol ITMs that she has to talk to him. She's at a crossroads about staying or going. Mel's inner child needs friendship. Carol's needs attention. And then Shaman Danny says, can you get that through physical touch? And she makes them hold hands on a little pillow, her and Mel.
So the little kids are holding hands through the shaman. And Carol's ITMing, my head's filled with doubt. And then we see their conversation after. And Carol says, I feel like we haven't had that many conversations. And then when it happened with me not getting a one-on-one date before the hometowns, I'm not ready. And I need to be honest. I don't know if I can continue the journey. And it's hard because I love level 1 you. And Carol's self-elimination was my error of the game. I think she's probably going home anyway, and that's part of why she does this. But you play out the rest of the game, Carol. You get that victimization edit.
This is why I did not give it my error. Golden ain't the regular franchise. That's different.
Uh-huh.
Who was your first Golden Bachelorette?
Joan Vassos.
How did she leave the game?
For a PTC, daughter's trauma.
Self-elimination can be rewarded. We have a small sample size, but the first Golden Bachelorette, the only Golden Bachelorette, left of her own accord, is self-elimination. In this game, I don't think it's as detrimental.
For saving her daughter.
That's fine. This is for saving herself. This is self-respect. It's understanding this connection is not here. He doesn't try to fight for her. He's like, I understand. You need to do what you need to do. I don't think this is look, I don't think it's a good play. I would never recommend it. Don't get me wrong. I think it would be
better if she says, what's the baseball player's name?
Mickey Mantle, Babe Ruth.
No, that she's Ernie Banks. Manager for.
Oh, Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman.
He's in the fucking World Series
Freddie
again,
Freeman needs me. Freddie
right
Freeman
now.
needs me. He's injured. His wife needs me to take care of their
He's
kid.
Not injured. She creates an entire controversy in Major League Baseball that's just a lie. Freddie Freeman broke his femur in a motorcycle accident last night.
Is one of the things that got Joan Vassos the pick. I also think it was like, okay, we're starting a new franchise. Who looks the most like Trista? Totally
agree with all of these things. And I think, Carol has kind of a similar look to Joan Vassos, blonde haired, etc. But again, I'm not condoning this play. I think it was an error for sure and a very bad play. I just don't think it was as bad as what Nicolle did because there's a possible future in this still. I think for Nicolle, based on everything she did, she is persona non grata in the Golden franchise.
You don't think she would make sand?
Absolutely not.
Interesting. All right. Well, Carol does one last kiss in the auto zone, and Cheryl sees this from up the hill, and she does a wide open mouth, full eye aperture face play. That was my
face play of the game.
I missed my face play.
Oh, no.
It was in the very beginning when DLP comes in and says there's no roses on the dates. Cindy does a double hand barn doors closing full face obfuscation. That was my
Face play of the game.
That reminds me of like, here's the church, here's the steeple, open the door.
Yeah.
Here are all the people. Cheryl, I love this. This moment was so dramatic.
It was
Carol's
great.
producing tears in the car, and Cheryl seemingly runs to tell the rest of the players they took Carol. They took her.
She says literally, a black SUV pulled up and took Carol. And I just wrote down, what is this, Chicago?
Oh, too soon, Clue.
Too soon indeed. It's happening right now.
I just finished The Handmaid's Tale.
The book?
No, the show.
I never
6
watched the show.
seasons.
What?
Did you know that?
Does it go beyond the book?
Yeah. The book only goes till, I think, the season 1 finale.
I love that book.
It's a great book.
Yeah.
And the show has ups and downs. But one of the most traumatic parts of the show, besides, you know what? That is a show that has, there's more sexual assault happening than in Outlander, but they don't show it. It has less screen time than the Outlander essay. But they show this like flashback to like when it's happening, when, the U.S. is becoming Gilead, and like a huge turning point is this protest they go to where the military starts shooting at the people. And I was like, oh,
We there?
Oh, shit.
They ain't using real bullets yet, but they're shooting people. That priest.
I
outside
ran
the
away
ice
from
facility.
rubber bullets.
What's that?
I ran away from rubber bullets.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
The night he who shall not be named was elected.
Well, that's where we're at now.
But yeah.
Good
it
luck
was-
to Carol in her black SUV. She does get an exit speech here. She says she
Good luck
knew
to
it.
everyone.
Huh?
Good luck to everyone out there.
Good luck to everybody, yeah. She says she knew it wasn't right. He's a great catch, just not her catch, and she's hopeful now that she'll find love. She's going to be okay. She lets us all know. Portion 4 begins. We're back at the mansion. Cindy's putting on her cowboy boots, getting ready for that one-on-one date. She ITMs that she wants to let down her walls, not have any bitterness from her divorce. She meets Mel next to this wooden fence, and she kind of jogs up to him. And I'm like, is she going to fucking hooch you this man? Please? And she doesn't. Unfortunately, that was my real error of the game.
It would be dangerous. You'd be like, is he paying attention?
Yeah, Mel. Hey, Mel, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna run and jump on you. Are you listening, Mel?
Oh god! I mean, maybe the football instincts they kick in, but they
tackles her.
kiss.
He just puts her in the ground. I still got it.
They kiss. They're wearing matching outfits.
Yeah.
And then they get to, I was like, how are they going to do this hike? The hike up to that observatory is actually pretty hard
Yeah.
for me.
Me too.
But it turns out they're not hiking the whole way. They have 2 creatures to help them. And one of them that Mello rides is called Moose. And Moose demonstrates to Cindy how Mo is with something that he can't handle at first. And then he becomes the coach. And this horse named Moose was my creature of the week.
Moose was also my creature of the week. You're gonna talk about equines. I don't know if you can see it in the shot. Let me just get this real quick. Oh, knocking shit off my shelf. This right here is a statue. It's a statue of, what is it? Well, let's look at what the tag says on it. This was the tag on it. Horse, $35. It was purchased at the estate sale that they had at Bachelor Mansion a couple of years ago. PaceCase and I went to it, and I got this. So because the horse is kind of like the animal symbol, really, of our beloved game, and anytime we have one of these in the document, it's always going to get my creature of the week. Thank you, Moose. Let this statue forever represent you, even long after your death.
Moose is also a great name for a horse because it's not a moose.
Yeah, but mooses are kind of like horses. They're in the same.
Mo ITMs that the only time he's been on a horse was a pony ride when he was a child connected to a carousel. And I was like, sounds like the 1800s. I don't know about that.
You ever been on a horse?
Connected to a carousel?
Yeah, I haven't been on a horse.
I've been on a lot of horses, but connected to a carousel.
Yeah, have I ever done that? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe that's like a state fair
thing. It's a Detroit thing in 1919 or whatever.
Yeah. But he ITMs, he's done football. He's a football head, so he has no fear. We see them ride, and then we get this fake sign, Trail of Love. That's not there in real life.
You've never seen that at Griffith Park?
I can guarantee you.
It's always, there's one that says Trail of Love. There's one that says Trail of Pain. There's one that says Trail of Hatred. They chose the right one. They see this view of the city. Cindy says she loves the view. And then she's like, I mean you, because I'm behind you. A nice little chemistry play there. We get a kiss on the horse. And then they come to this picnic on the lawn of Griffith Park Observatory, which if you're ever in LA, if you're from LA, and you've never been, go to this place. It truly is magical. And if you are coming to LA to visit, make sure Griffith Park Observatory is a stop on it. Go into the actual observatory. Go into the actual planetarium where they do these incredible shows and you just kind of, smoke weed too, but go in there and just fucking enjoy it. You know what I mean? It's great.
Booze will be your shaman. He'll be your spirit guide there.
Yeah. I've done birthdays there, probably 5 or 6 of them, probably at the observatory.
What?
I love it. I love getting high and watching the planetarium stuff.
It's so pretty. And there's also a smaller version of the observatory, which is a weird sparklets factory building in Highland Park.
I didn't know that.
I'm always pointing out to people being like, what is that? And they're like, who cares?
Damn.
But I'm like, why did they get that cool building? Anyway, they do this picnic at the top. She goes, I might look like I've got it all together. Cheerleader, valedictorian, engineer. But I've lived. And she says, I've been divorced 7 years. And she married this man because her parents got divorced, familial PTC. And her dad was an awful person, and 3 kids, 20 years later, she found out he wasn't who she thought, and this is just vague. And then she says, I don't want to stumble into love. I don't want to skip into it. I want to fall. I want to fall in love again. And my daughter, Sarah, told me when they announced you as the Golden Bachelor, she said, Mom, they picked him for you. And this PTC into complimenting Mello via her daughter was my play of the game. Everyone else loved level 3s. Cindy says, I'm so confident. I already know I'm in the next 2 rounds. I'm going to save it for hometowns. Play love level 3 there. Then I can love level 4 at Fantasy Suites for a finale.
Yeah, she's a great
and I just thought it was a really elegant play.
No, I agree. I thought from night one, she has what it takes to really be dominant in this game. She's proving that to be true. Yeah. He also then says at the end of this, he's like, she tells him who he's going to meet at the hometown and all this kind of stuff. And she's like, you're so much more than good on paper. And he's like, even with my potty mouth. And I was like, what potty mouth? What have we seen even one instance of that?
This is what I'm saying. They're calling him a potty mouth and a manifester. And I'm like, he hasn't said a single line indicating either of these things.
There's nothing to back up like this version of him they're trying to convey. But the potty mouth thing he's saying. So I have to imagine he does cuss a lot. We just haven't seen
just cutting it out.
Any of it. But then why even leave that line in there? You know what I mean? It's just a strange choice editorially to put in a reference to something that is like apparently a big enough piece of his character that he would reference it when she's like, I think you're really great. And he's like, even with this horrible flaw that I believe I have. And we've never seen it.
Maybe it's about the podcast. That's his potty mouth to him.
Maybe he hides in the
Flying
toilets.
off the handle.
Maybe it's a literal reference.
Because I'm like, literally the closest I can think of is him being like, well, Nicolle, you and I know we have attraction there.
Yeah.
Just
I
like
your
laughing.
lemon bars. I don't get it. I didn't get this. Nonetheless, Cindy here gets a kiss. Mel has something for her. He pulls out something in a frame and he's like, I got you a star. It's a certificate for the star that has been named Cindy. The star is named Cindy. God.
What?
It's just funny to me. I named the star Cindy for you.
She makes almost my face play the game at this. She loves it.
And she
they
loads a
kiss.
love level 3.
She loads that love level 3. They go in the observatory.
And they rolled out some coin here. Coldplay's Sky Full of Stars starts playing as night falls.
Oh.
And they head into the observatory, look out the telescope. They get a kiss. They're dancing on the rooftop. Another little kiss. She ITMs that he's everything. He's the sun, the moon, and the stars all wrapped up into one for her.
The potty mouth, the spiritualist,
Yeah.
and the
Coffin
cobbler.
sleeper. The cobbler. Did you ever see that movie, the Adam Sandler movie, The Cobbler?
No, but that word is so funny to me.
That one's a crazy one.
We then get our next portion. It is people getting ready for the rose ceremony. Mo has this one-on-one with DLP. Why aren't they throwing the football to each other? Are we just not going to see that?
I don't think it's going to ever happen. But I did also like how this was produced. I thought this was done well. It's DLP sitting down, having a brief conversation with Mel about each one of the women kind of in order, intercut with the women getting ready for the rose ceremony, but also FaceTiming with their families. I thought that was effective. It's kind of a teaser for like, here's who you're about to see next week in the hometowns. It was great.
It's a teaser. It implies that they're not kidnapped, which is really important in reality TV.
Yeah. Especially after we just heard someone accuse them of kidnapping one of the other players, disappearing her in a black SUV. We see first is Cindy FaceTiming with her daughter. She gets a little bit of tears here after Mel says he knows what he has to do. He's anxious and nervous. It's not that easy. Mel tells DLP that his date with Cindy was perfect. We see Cindy ITMing that she sees a fierce with Mr. Mel Owens and she's scared. I don't know what that means. I'm missing a word in this note.
Fierce love?
Maybe it was.
Everything she's looking for.
If she falls.
Cheryl FaceTimes with her son Tyson. He says, should I prepare my toast for the wedding? DLP asks, do you love level 3, Cheryl? He says, I adore her. Love level 1. DLP said, what about Deb? We see Deb FaceTiming her sister. And DLP's like, isn't she love level 3? And he's like, yes, she told me that. I'm over the moon. DLP goes, what about Peg? And we see Peg FaceTiming her daughter.
Yeah.
DLP goes, could you keep up with Peg? I love it. He's acting as all of us.
And this is another thing. When he says, could you keep up with Peg? Mel's like, I do have different gears. And I'm like, I've seen 2, dude. Barely awake and asleep like Dracula. Those are the only 2 I've seen. Where's the Peg gear? We haven't seen it.
Only Peg gets to see my potty mouth.
That's his 3rd gear, his potty mouth. He wakes up from his Dracula slumber. Fuck. And he goes back to sleep.
What if he's just like swearing every other line and they had to cut all of that?
That's what I'm saying.
This season?
It probably is that. But that's like, that's fine. Do a little montage at some point in the season of him beep, 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 beep. Then you can put in this line and it makes sense. As it is now, it's just like, wait a minute, what? He's just cussing all the time?
Maybe we'll see it at Women Tell All.
Yeah, it'll probably be in the bloopers.
Peg is worried about getting heartbroken. DLP asks about Nicolle. Mo says there's an attraction. Nicolle FaceTimes her friend, and we just hear them ask if he's hot or not. For TWR.
And he says, DLP is like, do you have trepidations about her? And he's like, well, I never got an answer from her about what she does. But I'm like, you did. She's working on her Instagram and a fucking cookbook. She literally told you.
He doesn't understand. He's not listening.
Yeah, he's like,
I literally am like, Gary was so, at least appeared so engaged in every conversation he was in. And this just could not be more opposite. He seems checked out.
Every episode that we watch, I am more and more confused about how he was selected as the Golden Bachelor. The podcast shit aside, like he's bad on camera. He's not a good reality performer. I really don't understand it. Like why he was ever in the mix. I would have one Zoom with this guy. If this was like a prospective player that was like, I want to try and get on The Bachelor. 5 minutes into it, I'd be like, listen, I'll be very honest with you. I don't think they would cast you.
Stick to the law.
Yeah.
Stick to tweeting about CTE. We then see Cheryl crying. She's worried about her heart getting broken in her ITM. And we get that rose ceremony again at the pool. Mm-hmm. I think they're on a plank into the pool. This must be from the home renovation show. No, it's not. Mo says this has been hard. First flower goes to Cindy. Second to Peg. Third to Debbie.
No dark touch.
No dark touch. Goodbye, Nicolle and Cheryl. Debbie kisses Mo as she takes her rose. And DLP, instead of a tam steak, gives a tam. Take as much time as you need. That means stay in the house.
Yeah, that means you're going to be on every season of Bachelor, Bachelorette, Golden. You're going to be living in there. You're going to be selling me my next horse statue in 10 years.
Yes.
We see she gets in the car and he talks to her about, this is Cheryl at the dumping bench, about her coming in on the motorbike, and he wishes her the best of luck. She gets in the car, posthumous kiss here. Exit speech. My heart is broken. I feel empty, but to be going home without Mel hurts inside. She produces tears, but she can't wait to see her family. We then see the Nicolle dump, and he's like, I was attracted to you. And she's like, it's okay. When it doesn't work out with the one you pick, call me, because it probably won't. What the fuck? I mean that, she says. Like, it's
blaze of glory, anti-blessing.
It's not glory, though.
She cursed him.
Blaze of disgrace. Because what is implied in that statement, the person you pick is not going to work out. Call me. It implies a couple of things. One, Mel, you don't know how to fucking form a connection with anybody. Whatever choice you make here will be a bad choice. You are dumb and stupid and don't know what love is. That's implied. Two, it's implied that the process itself does not work, that whoever you wind up going to the end with will be the improper choice for you. Therefore, all of this shit is bullshit. The show should end right now. You're sending home the wrong person. It should be me. It's bad. Second audience game as well. You're saying whoever you pick is a piece of shit. Not as good as me.
Yeah, they're bad.
Everything
the three
bad.
Left.
And then the fourth audience is watching this and picking all of that shit up and being like, you're a fucking asshole. So this is just, it's unnecessary as well. When you're leaving the game, unless you have been thoroughly wronged in a way that is provable on camera before our eyes, the only exit speech is, I experience a lot of pain and trauma from this, but I understand he needs to follow his heart. And I know my person is out there. This opportunity was amazing. That's the whole thing. In some version of that, however you want to word it.
It makes me know I can believe in love again.
Yes.
Don't stop
future
believing.
looking kind of like, my life will be better because of this. I am hurt right now, but I get it. And I will move on and be a better person because of it. She doesn't do any of that.
Inspires my cookbook.
Exactly. I can't wait to get home and start working on that book. She further compounds this error by getting into the car and in her exit speech saying, I'm surprised by the outcome. It's just the universe's way of saying maybe there's something better right around the corner, and looks right into the fucking camera and goes, maybe you'll choose me for the next Golden Bachelorette. You never know. And I just wrote in all caps, please do this. Please do this. Please let her be the next Golden Bachelorette. And maybe we're in that path. Look, Taylor Frankie Paul is going to be our next Bachelor.
I know, but Nicolle is getting a villain at it in all the Golden Bachelor trailers.
She's never been arrested for domestic violence
that we know of.
She also doesn't have 5.7 TikTok followers, 5.7 million, I should say.
Yeah.
Nicolle was just tough for me to watch this season. I really loved a lot of what she did. She was playing a power villain strategy. You don't see that very often. She just villained too hard in this last episode at almost every turn. And the villainy wasn't like she's not trying to manipulate the other players, which is a more like traditional kind of villainy, you know. This was just like more of a for the wrong reasons power villain type that was about like, I'm here to get famous.
Talking about fame and how they're going to promote the TV show you're on and what to do for the camera. It's
a less abrasive villain style than like an adversarial second audience villain style, which is what you see more often. It's like somebody gets jealous of somebody and calls somebody a name.
Tattles.
They pick a rival, a tattle, whatever. She never got involved in a rivalry. There was a slight hinting at it, you know, with I forget her name. He even brings it up later, or Mel does. He says, wasn't there somebody, Robin told him like, you need to watch out. There's some for the wrong reasons players. So like there was maybe they were trying to get a rivalry going there, but it never materialized. So she was just out there kind of being generally villainous at almost every turn. Anytime she's on camera, something villainous being said, even if it's like down to the fucking kiss, like the kiss in the world of Bachelor. It can convey a few things. In the beginning, it's a conveyance of like an initial spark. Is there actual chemistry here? If the kiss goes well, yes, there is. And it means, okay, we know that we've got that in this relationship. Later in the game, it begins to convey a for the right reasons connection with that person on a real kind of visceral level. And so when you say at this point, the week before playoffs, give me a kiss for the cameras, it invalidates the connection. It's saying, I just want the image of this to be projected into the minds of the fourth audience. There's nothing actually here. It's all surface. Put on a show. You can't do that at this point in the game. Now has got to be pure for TRR.
I totally like understand what an easy trap it is to fall into because we know how they shoot the show.
Yeah.
If there is fireworks, they're going to be like, okay, take that kiss again. Okay, do that kiss again. Move over here for that. Like so if the producers make you feel comfortable enough talking like that, they're going to get this bad footage of you. But it's like, you think Peg wants to is unicycling for her own good around the pool? No. No, she's doing it because there's a camera and she doesn't go for the cameras.
Yeah, no, exactly. You can put on a show for the cameras. You're supposed to. That's what the reality television is. You know, you just can't say that that's what you're doing. You can't be overtly aware of it in a way that invalidates the sincerity of everything else that you're trying to do, especially in a fucking dating show where it's
Teresa Nish should have given her How to Win the Bachelor.
Yeah, for those who don't know, the first Golden Bachelor, Golden God Gary Turner, in a recent USA Today article, accused his ring winner, Teresa Nist, of reading our book, How to Win the Golden Bachelor, in the mansion. You know, I have some information that is contrary to that accusation, but time will tell if it's true or not, I suppose. Who was your MVP?
For my PTC Complo play of the game, for just an all-out champion style, everything she did, speaking in beautiful metaphors without it seeming too cringe or forced. Cindy was my MVP. Who is yours?
Cindy was also my
MVP.
I totally agree with you. I've seen something in her since night one, a championship kind of mentality and play style. And now as we're approaching playoffs, which are going to be next week, she's really pulling out all the stops and saying, I am here to dominate this game and crush everyone. I see her as the front runner. I see her as the most likely competitor to win that ring. And tonight, she put on a little bit of a clinic, I think. She got the final one-on-one date and did not squander it. She played it, as you're saying, with elegance, but also hit all the right kind of moments, held back that love level 3 that she is going to be able to use. We'll see if Mel has any reaction to that, if he's asleep even. We don't know. Yeah. She rode a horse. She had on her Texas boots. He might not even
be aware of her excellent timing. I mean, to withhold a love level 3 when you're going 6-3, it's like...
Yeah.
Takes confidence.
She told us she's a valedictorian and an engineer. She sees the elaborate apparatus unfolding before her and knows exactly when to push which lever and which button and how to make it work perfectly. I just think that the other two players here who she's going up against don't quite have the, what do you want to call it? System recognition, pattern recognition that she has. And I think she's going to crush them.
Studied, I think her daughters are studied.
I do too.
Readers. So, yes. I mean, it's just going to be very hard to beat her.
Yeah. I'm expecting a full show from her family next week. That's going to be mind blowing.
Yeah.
Congrats. Well, Cindy, I think you got this one wrapped up.
Good job, Cindy.
And thank you everyone for joining us for this recap of episode 4 of Golden Bachelor season 2, the Dracula season. What are we going to call this season? The sleeper?
I mean, it's like, I'm thinking Aaron Bwergy season. It's like a stiff number 2.
Yeah.
It's a tradition.
He at least did some things though.
The third is going to be someone really rich.
Maybe. When Bwergy paid, Bwergy was the second bachelor, Aaron Bwergy. He was a bank manager from Missouri, and his kind of like, in my opinion, his contribution to the rich legacy of our beloved game was in the end when he was going to propose to his ring winner, he made a big show of paying for the ring with his own money. We see him write the check. And that was like
that's
an important
thing. That's like the only thing I remember from that season.
Aaron Bwergy, yeah. Anyways, thank you for joining us. We will be back with our recap of Love is Blind episodes. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever the next dump is.
Insert numbers.
I think it's going to be 10 and 11, I believe.
Yeah.
Or maybe 10, 11, 12. However many episodes they're going to have coming out. We are recording this on Tuesday, so we will know tomorrow as of this recording, but yesterday as of your listening, how many episodes are out. We're going to be watching all those in Casa Gore, and we will have our recap of those episodes out early next week. We hope you'll join us for that.
Praise be Dark Lord Palmer.
Please rate this podcast. Please review this podcast. Please get a friend to listen to us. And then please rate this podcast. Please review this podcast.